What's up YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Cartoon Cat Builds. I'm Skipper Lee and I've been drawing guns for the past 16 years. So we're gonna jump straight in with another Helldivers 2 Cartoon Cat Builds. So we've had a comment on our last episode. So we are gonna put together the JAR-5 Dominator, aka the bolter at home. So this is gonna be our main build and this is gonna be our alt build for today. So we're gonna jump straight in and start putting the pieces together, and I have all the bits and pieces here, and I'm gonna talk a bit about the process while I was like drawing the parts and pieces and how I think the parts work together. So the JAR-5 Dominator is a special weapon from the Steel Veterans Warborn, which I'm still like so far away from unlocking because right now I've only started playing and just catching up with all the super credits and medals and stuff. So the JAR-5 Dominator is a special weapon that fires 15 by 100 millimeter rocket propelled rounds. So in the game it appears to be shooting with ejected casing as well here. So what I've drawn here is like this part measures 15 millimeters, and this is the part that has some sort of like rockets or some sort of secondary propellant that blast is all the way to whatever's downrange. And so we have all the parts and pieces here. We're gonna start from the lower receiver first. So this part I've drawn like the stamping marks on the gun so that I can line up the parts more easily. So these two ports here are where the safety selector goes to. So this one goes here, and this is the trigger. Now I don't see an external there are no external trigger mechanism pins, and from the way this trigger shoe is cut out, I drawn this part here assuming that it's designed like one of those 1911 straight pull triggers. And for the pistol grip here, from what I've seen in game, it looks like a giant like a chunky version of the M16 pistol grip here. Has that really familiar rounded edges here, and this cut out for I don't know, sling or something that goes through here. And we have this lower part of the gun, and whatever this chunk is, I like to believe that this is like the like a larger housing for protecting whatever's inside here, because from some of the videos I've seen of the JAR-5 in action, what I could see was that this massive chunk here, where the barrel resides in, like this whole chunk here kind of slides when it's shooting. So it goes pop 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 pop. It kind of slides back and forth like this. So I'm imagining like some sort of recoil mechanism here, maybe some a pair of springs like the Barrett M82, where the barrel recoils a short distance before the bolt unlocks. I think that's called the short recoil operation. So yeah, we have this whole housing here that reciprocates with every shot, and this chunk of a bolt here goes here like so. And I like to think that from the videos I've seen, the charging handle does not reciprocate, like it doesn't move with every shot. So that's why I drew this charging handle part like separately from the bolt handle, from the bolt carrier here, and charging handle, and the charging handle rod, and the charging handle itself here. So it just kind of goes here like this, and then the whole thing just goes over like this. And kind of enshrouds the whole thing like this. And we have the top rail for attachments. And this is the the original this is what the 2x optic looks like. I'm just gonna put it right here. I have these shapes all lined up so I can mix my own combination of sight mounts and whatnot. And this is the big chunk of like a piece that kind of secures the upper and the lower together over here like this. So it kind of just bolts over and just locks the two halves together. And this is the fixed buttstock with an awful thick rubber recoil pad with studs like a boot. And I tried looking up some reference images for the 15x100 cartridge, and somehow it, based on like scaling the accessory rail, magazine, and the overall other attachments as well, it doesn't seem to like fully fit snugly inside the this drum magazine, which is why I also like to believe that it's a safety margin. Like you gotta have some space to secure the round, because if you have strictly zero room for any margin of error, like any knocking or huge sudden physical jerking movements, such as firing this gun, is gonna like damage the alignment between the bullet and the case or some stuff like that. Because I remember like seeing something similar when looking up and drawing precision rifle magazines, like for 308, 338 Magnum, where the magazine length, the front to back length is significantly, like there's much more space in terms of magazine length compared to the overall cartridge length from the bullet tip to the base of the rim. So there's that. And so we're gonna put this here, like yeah, it's probably gonna load something like this. So we just send this into the magazine and group these parts together and just load it up like this. And then we're gonna do a little functions check. Now, one thing I've noticed while drawing the parts is that given the available space here, this slot on top of the handguard here where the charging handle pops out. Now when I drag it fully to the back like so, the bolt doesn't clear the whole length of the drum magazine to feed a new round. So the bolt has to be like somewhere here so that the bolt head can strip a new round and feed it into the barrel, but then you realize we run into trouble, which is why I have been trying, like looking for an example where there would be some sort of mechanism in this operating rod here that extends a part of the rod to interface with this bolt carrier, so that as this part is pulled backwards, an additional bar or something by work of, I don't know, maybe gears or some levers or stuff, extends a little bit more, so that it kind of just shoves the bolt carrier a little bit rearwards, so that there's enough space to clear and strip and feed a new round. And we don't have any problem in terms of bolt space, because even if we drag it all the way back here, there's enough like room here. So don't you worry about the question where the bolt go though. So yeah, only problem I'm trying to solve here is like this part that could provide extra additional telescoping length of sorts as it's pulled to the rear, like yeah. So that's the only thing that didn't quite add up for me. So with normal operations, it would be these two parts, like the barrel, as you can see here, the barrel, and this probably like the housing, upper receiver. I'll just call this the slide. The barrel and the slide and the bolt travel a little bit rearwards until the ejection port kind of lines up with this here, and then the slide and the barrel stop, and then the bolt will continue rearwards like this, in the process like ejecting the spent casing. And once at the end of the travel, the recoil springs push this forwards, push this back to the front, stripping around from the magazine here and just kind of feeds it back into the barrel, and then the whole slide and the barrel continue moving forward and back to locking position, and it's ready for another shot. And that's that. That's the JAR-5 Dominator. So we're gonna break this up real quick and turn this into a bolter. So we're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna get rid of the buttstock. We're gonna get rid of optics. We're gonna get rid of the laser and light. We're gonna get rid of the accessory rails, and then we're gonna like change up the name because I have a new decal here that says JAR-5 Boltor. See, all right, and then we're gonna change this to a larger round. Now I've straight up just like scaled this up to a bolter caliber, which is 0.75 caliber, which is a little bit under 20 millimeters. So it's I think 19.1 or 19.2, while this one is 15, so it's a bit bigger. But the cool thing is, even after like scaling up to bolter proportions, it still fits the overall length of the magazine. Like, yeah, now we have less wiggle room in the front and back, but yeah, it still fits. So we can still like load this into the magazine, this curved magazine, and then just shove it up this mag well. I think lines up somewhere here, I guess. Yep, like this. And then let's replace this decal. Let's cut this and put it in here. And let's get rid of the old one. So we have the JAR-5 Boltor. Let's trim the proportions a little bit so that we have like shapes that actually line up. So we're gonna move this to the back, and then we're gonna move everything to the back as well. We're gonna move these shapes on the slide back here, and then we'll move this lower receiver back in here, as well as the whole barrel. And guess what? I don't have to scale up the barrel as well, because even at 75 caliber, like you see, there's still a lot of material available to serve as a barrel. So there's that. Let's put this back, and as usual, let's just pretend that something pops out here that pushes the bolt carrier to the back. So we do a functions check. I mean, it should work all the same because we didn't make any adjustments here on this part. We've only shortened these parts in the front here, so yeah, it still works like that. And then kind of just goes all the way back, and then back to the front. And yeah, there we have it. We have the Boltor made from JAR-5 parts. Yeah. So that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed today's build. Thanks for sticking around. If you like this video and if there's more stuff you'd like to see, what are some of the guns from Helldivers you'd like me to draw and mix and match and put together, leave a comment of what you'd like to see up next. And yeah, if you'd like to see more of this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications, because I'll be dropping videos weekly. And yeah, so more stuff in the works on a weekly basis. Thanks for sticking around to the very end, and thank you to these amazing people for supporting me on Patreon. Thank you guys for the support. Every bit helps. So yeah, I guess that's about it. So I'll see you guys on the next video. See ya.